Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock on a Sunday and it's time for a review show special. Now, if you don't know what a review show special is, the idea is that I take a deep dive into a particular trick, subject, creator, production company, and I talk all about one particular trick. And normally, it's accompanied by an interview. Well, today, I'm very excited because I'm going to be talking to you about a project that I've been involved in. Now, it's not my trick. I am going to be 100% unbiased. I do want to tell you ahead of time, I think this is a great trick, but I am involved with it. So it's called Movie Quiz by Jamie Williams and MB Magic. If you don't know MB Magic, it's Mark Bennett's new magic production company. And yeah, I was involved in it only so far as Mark asked me to co-host the project. And I'm very selective when I'm asked to kind of host a project or front a project or something like that. It's something I do quite a lot, but I always want to know what the project is first. I've always been a fan of Jamie Williams. Sticker Kicker is one of my favourite tricks of all time. And yeah, I got to a point where I was like, let's have a look at it. And I didn't know what I was going to think. And then when I saw the concept behind it, I said to Jamie, this is very, very clever. And it is. It's a super commercial working routine. Now, for a variety of different reasons, I think it's flown under everyone's radar. It kind of didn't come out with a big bang. It was kind of just released along with a whole bunch of other tricks. And I think because On Edge by Angelo Carbone came out at the same time, it's kind of been eclipsed a little bit, which is a shame because it is a very good trick. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going to play the trailer first of all, and then when we've played the trailer, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. So this is the trailer for Movie Quiz Quotes Edition by Jamie Williams and MB Magic.
Done. Lift up your hand. Because what I've done is I've created a big finale. Because now, you're not going to believe this, but if you look at these...
I knew what film you were going to pick from the start.
Right.
And the reason I knew was because the back of the card.
Just like that. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3.
Jaws.
No. Hang on, let's see. Let's see.
What did you do?
That was fucking not.
You didn't get it? It was in my hand. Are you helping him?
Hey, my name's Craig Petty, and I am proud to present to you Jamie Williams Movie Quiz Quotes Edition.
So I travel around the UK, and I don't drive, so I go everywhere I train. So I'm constantly going into like the WH Smiths, and they have the travel games. Yeah. And I picked this up at Travel Game. Have you ever heard of it before? It's a Movie Quiz Quotes Edition. Now, I thought we'd use this to try and do a little bit of mind reading.
Nice. Now, on the project, you're going to be learning from myself and from Jamie Williams, and we go through a stack of ideas. Obviously, you've got the actual revelation, which is kind of the most amazing part of this product, but as well as that, you also have a bunch of other routines that we talk about as well. You can literally use this to do a 15-minute mentalism and magic act, culminating in an incredible finale that your spectators are going to remember forever.
Here's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to try and read your mind and tell you the film that you're thinking of, which would be impossible because you'd have picked any film. They've been shuffled into the pack by Mike. I'm not even looking at them, I'm looking at you. Concentrate on the film. I want to imagine you in a cinema. The cinema screen's in front of you, and on the cinema screen is the name of the film. You're looking at the name of the film, and when I snap my fingers, it lights up in neon. What colour is the neon? Green. Okay, that's really interesting. Look at me. I want you to imagine, just look at that, look at the name of the film. Okay, that's interesting. There's 2 words, isn't there? It's not like one word like Titanic. There's 2 words. There's 2 words. Think of the first letter of the first word. Look at me. Think of the first letter. It's a J.
Oh, piss off. Yeah.
Think of a letter in the middle of the word. Of the first word. You went back and forth between a couple of letters, didn't you? Was it like an E and an R? You settled on an R, didn't you? Yeah, the first letter of the second. Imagine it shining really bright. It's an M. Jerry Maguire. You're thinking of Jerry Maguire.
You are demonic.
Demonic, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that. This is some voodoo shit, right?
Alright, so first quote, just shout out the name of the film if you know it. Just keep swimming. Find it. No, that's right. And guess what? I was going to say Jaws. There you go. Oh. Okay. So 1-0 to the girls, okay? Film number 2, you ready? Phone Home.
Easy.
It's 2-all. It's an old movie. One of my favourite movies. Ready? First one to shout it out gets the win. I'll be back.
Ali.
Girls win.
Concentrate on the film. This time I'm going to get it. Okay, concentrate on the film. Concentrate on the film. Are you concentrating? Yeah. Okay, you need to stop thinking, okay? No, because all I'm doing is I'm picking up what you thought of earlier. I'm just thinking of Jaws and Jaws and Jaws. Hang on a minute, why am I thinking Jaws, Jaws, Jaws? Did you pick Jaws as well? Did you pick Jaws as well? No way. That's crazy. Have you ever seen Jaws?
Yeah, ages ago.
Ages ago, have you ever seen Jaws? If you saw the poster, would you recognise it?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember the backs of the cards that say movie quiz?
Yeah.
There's a rule in magic, always go for a big finale. Done, lift up your hand. Because what I've done is I've created a big finale. Because now, you're not going to believe this, but if you look at these...
You know the poster, don't you?
And that, I think,
That's Jaws.
is that's Jaws. That is definitely
that is
a big
definitely
finale
Jaws.
right there.
Yeah.
This is Jamie Williams Movie Quiz Quotes Edition, and I am super excited to be a part of the project.
So there you go. That's movie quiz, and as you saw, I did the pitch for the trailer as well. Mark asked me to step in. Jamie hasn't had much experience being the front man of his tricks. He's brought some amazing tricks out, but normally they're performed and they're kind of fronted by somebody else. Mark was really passionate about making sure that Jamie was front and centre on the project, as he should be, because he's the one that created this. I literally got bought in to, co-host it and do the pitches, do some of the live performances, and just contribute a few other ideas to the project, which I was more than happy to do because it's a very exciting premise. Anybody who has seen my work will know that I love tricks with movies. You've probably seen trivia that I brought out through Alakazam. That's Christmas cards is another example. There's a bunch of stuff I've done through the years that are movie-themed tricks, and I think it's because I like films myself, so I'm passionate about talking about them, but also it's got an interesting hook line, if that kind of makes sense. Just saying that hook. Do you guys like movies? You do? Oh, great, we're going to try and do something. This trick is no exception. What's really great about it is Jamie presents it very, very differently to me. Jamie presents it very much as an actual quiz. So when he's performing this particular routine, he uses it as a quiz. He kind of gets boys versus girls or something like that. And he'll read out quotes and he'll have people guess which film the quote's from. Very interactive. Now, I don't do that. I bring it out as a game that I bought in a shop. And that we're going to try and do something with these because they've all got different quotes on, they've all got different films on. However you present it is absolutely fine. The concept behind it, the actual final reveal is genius. Now, what the final reveal is that ultimately, and this is the trick that Jamie had when I got brought into the project, it was this trick, which is all these different quotes, do an interactive quiz, they eventually end up thinking of one, and the backs of all of the cards change to match the movie poster, which is a fantastic reveal. Nobody ever sees it coming. And when you lay those out, great reaction. What I contributed is I kind of contributed a few extra routines with it. Because when I came into the project and Jamie showed me what he had, I was like, this is amazing. This is such a great finale to a trick. but you know, you could do so much more with these cards, and I was like, well, you can do this, and you can do this, and you can do this. So Jamie does it as a standalone trick. What I tend to do, and you're going to see some live performances in a bit, but I tend to kind of go down more of the route of, you know, like doing maybe like a 10 or a 12-minute act with cards that will change every single time, because the nice thing is there's so much stuff you can do with these cards. You can very much jazz with them. So I can kind of be like, hey, you know, do this, read somebody's mind, tell somebody the name of the film they're thinking of. There's so many different things you can do, and then you can culminate with this big final reveal. However you want to use it is great. Now, I had the opportunity of sitting down with Mark Bennett from MB Magic and Jamie Williams and chatting to them about this particular trick, chatting to them about why it is so commercial. I think that's the big word that we want to use here, commercial. So I sat down with them, did a little bit of an interview. I want to thank them for actually finding time to do this interview. But I'm going to play this interview now so you can hear about this trick specifically from the creator and the producer's point of view. Then we'll bring it back and finish off the review. Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. Now, I am super excited. The reason I'm super excited is I've got two of my favorite people today here with me as part of this review show special, because obviously we are talking about movie quiz. So let me explain who I've got with me. The first person that I have is the creator of Movie Quiz, the Penguin Magic 2022 Creator of the Year, the man that has released more commercial magic than almost anybody I know, the Welsh Wonder Wizard himself, Mr. Jamie Williams. And then the second person I've got here with me today is the man behind MB Magic, a person who has recently set up a magic production company and is taking the world by storm. We know him as the head and the CEO of Smoke and Mirrors, the #1 magic theatre in the whole of the UK, and also the #1 bar magician, the #1 comedy magician, the legend himself, Mr. Mark Bennett. The two of them together are going to be talking about Movie Quiz, and I couldn't be more excited. Guys, how y'all doing? You okay?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm here with Craig Benny. I'm here with the legend Mark Bennett. We're talking about my new trick, Movie Quiz. You're gonna love it, right? Oh, I can't get enough of it. Can't get enough.
He's excited, Mark.
I think he is. I think he is a little bit excited. The thing is when Jamie came to me with this with Movie Quiz, I was like, oh, what another little, you know, I don't really get it, this kind of stuff. And I tell you what, when he showed me just this one clip, I thought to myself, oh my God, this is an opener for a table of 10. People always ask me, so what do you open with on a table of 10? What do you open with? You know, how do you, oh, is this your sponge ball? Is this your color changing knife? Is this, you know, I love this kind of stuff. And I was just like, what a way to start a routine at a table of 10 is by saying, right, quiz night. Here we go. Ready? What's going on? What's going on? Confusing a table of 10 is the best way to get their attention, is to confuse them and just basically say, no, we're gonna have a quiz night. Okay, we got side A, we got side 2, etc. And then you start doing the quiz of Movie Quiz and getting them, and you just see them, the tension of these people at the table going, no, and getting upset that they didn't get the answer quick enough. And then the kicker of the losing team of like going, well, I'm going to give you one more chance. Here you go. Bang. No, you think of it. Bang. And then you turn those cards that you've been holding all the way through to the movie poster. The reactions, the table blows up. To be honest, you could just walk away. You don't need to do that table anymore. It's an opener and it's a closer. Just walk away. You're done. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's one thing, it's what's beautiful as well is you can walk to the next table and do the trick again, but with a different poster. And then the third table, you can do the third poster, second poster, third poster. You can do it 3 times within that space of time. This is why I invested in it. So Jamie, well done. I'm really, really excited. So I'll let you take over a little bit more, Jamie.
Okay, so Jamie, let me ask you a few questions.
Yeah, go on, mate. Go on.
You've obviously created a lot of magic. And you've had a lot of stuff come out over the years.
I'm like the Welsh Jay Sankey, mate.
You are the Welsh Jay Sankey, definitely. So the question I've got to ask you is, where did the Movie Quiz Quotes edition come from? Where was the concept born? What made you decide to release this style of trick?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was doing some gigs, and I was finding going up to a table, like Mark says, 10, 20 people, you can start doing a magic trick, but the people you tend to find people at the far end of the table might switch off. They might carry on with the conversation they were having previously, and then I thought, well, is this just me? Am I not engaging enough? And I kind of was working with some friends of mine who are magicians as well, and we were talking, and I was watching them, and they were having the same issues. And I thought, right, I'm going to come up with something. I've got to think of something that when I go up to the table, everybody's invested. And it's not a case of saying, right, everybody stand up or everybody look at me whilst I do a responsible routine. I wanted something that everybody was going to be participating in, but they didn't think, oh, it's a magic trick. Because we as magicians, we get very invested in magic. We love magic, but not everybody does. And I think sometimes magicians fail to understand that not everybody wants to see a magic trick. So I thought, if I can go up to a table and go, hey, everybody, we're going to play a game. People love games. They love quizzes. They love participating. And then to turn that into a magic trick right at the end, to give them a kicker that they never see coming, it absolutely, like Mark said, absolutely blows their mind. And what's so fun with it, I sat down and I thought, right, what am I into? What am I really interested in? What do I love? And anybody who knows me knows I love my movies. I go to all the comic conventions and everything like that. So I came up with this idea. And the original idea was to have a quiz, and then at the end to kind of say, oh, you're thinking of, Silence of the Lambs. And I knew you were thinking of that because I wrote it down. And the more I played about with it, and the more I kind of like worked it, because you know me, Craig, if I come up with a trick, I like to get out there, I like to work it before I even go to anybody with it. And I went out there, and the more I worked it, I thought, oh, this would be better if it was a picture reveal, this would be better, movie poster would be great. And it just grew from performing and performing and performing. And what I noticed from performing this was the reactions were so much better than I anticipated them to be. And I was like, I think I got something here. This is really, really good. And then I showed it to a friend of mine, Rich Rellis, who's like an amazing mentalist. I know you know him. And I said, can I show you something? And we met up for a pint and a bit of food, and I showed it to him, and he just went, oh, mate. He said, I want one. And I think he's one of the first ones to have, to have a copy in there. And he helped with some of the questions and how for films and stuff like that. And then, like I said, I was performing it, and then obviously I know Mark very well, so I went to Mark, and that's really where it came from.
That's great. And I suppose when I got involved with this, and Mark said to me, "Hey, will you be a part of the project?" I'm very selective of the projects that I work on, and he told me what it was, and I was like, "Oh, okay, let me have a look at it." And then when I saw it, I just realized immediately it had so much potential. And the thing I think people need to understand about that is the revelation is there, and the revelation is fantastic, but there is so much more you can do with this. Like when I was doing the live performances, I was doing like a 10, 15-minute set. I was using the props to do all of these different mind-reading bits and then leading to this finale. And the point I'm trying to make is, this trick is more than just, how you present it is brilliant. People can see it on the trailer. This game, huge group of people getting involved with it, which is great. That you can present it as more of a mind-reading thing where, hey, I got this from a shop. I've got these things. Let's try something with these. Do you want to give them a shuffle? And you can go that direction if you don't want to play it as a whole game. There's so much you can do with this, isn't there? I mean, there's just so many different...
God, yeah. I mean, it's a whole act. I think you get, it's a 58 cards you get, Mark.
Yeah.
And it's like you say, it's a whole act. I like to perform this at a wedding, and I like to get the bride and groom into two teams. It gets everybody involved because the bride and groom are doing it. But I've done this in my residency where it's been a one-on-one type situation, and I've gone down the, we're going to try something. I've got these cards. I tend to say I brought them from this shop or that shop or something like that, and we're just going to do a bit of mind reading. And I've spent 10 minutes with them just with the cards, doing a completely different routine. And I think we go through this on the explanations. We go through so many routines, and that's what you're going to love. If you're watching this, you're going to love the routines because I'm doing them Craig's doing them. We're knocking out the park. Honestly, oh, you're gonna love it. There's nothing not to love. If you love magic and you love, and I'm getting excited here. I'm so sorry, but what with this, it's so easy. It's so easy.
Yeah.
You don't need, you don't need to be a master mind reader. You don't need to be a master magician. This is such an easy trick to perform, but don't let it put you off. This
is very true. There is no like there's no forcing, major forcing needed. There's nothing at all. You just need those three quiz cards just left to the end and handing that card out and say, look, I don't want to look at this one. So you look at it yourself, and then bang, those cards that you've been holding are now the movie poster. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and their reaction is no effing way. Oh, I didn't swear. How good am I?
Very good. Wow. And you can tell that it's been created by a worker, because if somebody had released this and they didn't have the experience that you have performing in a real world environment, Jamie, they probably would have released it with just one revelation. But the fact is that you've released it, and I think it's really important that people understand this. You get inside the box 3 different revelations, and you talk on the tutorial about how you can actually have this all stacked up together, so you can literally go from one group to another group to another group and have a completely different revelation each time. And that, for me, is gold. That's what takes it from like a good trick and turns it into a great trick. Just the thought that you've put into it to make it so that it's a practical trick for a real world worker.
Oh, well, I mean, how many times have we been at an event and you've done what you feel is an amazing trick, and people react and they go, "Oh my God, you're so great!" And then you get somebody who goes, "Can you do it again?" And the thing is, you don't want to do it again if it's the same output, because then
it's the same answer. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So straight away, I've done this, in restaurants or in weddings or corporate events, and I've had somebody go to me, I've revealed Toy Story, and they've gone, "Oh my God, that's brilliant," and I start picking up the cards, because like it's instant reset, which is again a bonus, instant reset, and I've gone to put the cards in my pocket, and somebody's gone, "Oh, do it again, John's just come over, so John," and I'm like, "Yeah, no problem at all." And then I've revealed something completely different, and they go, "No, hang on, that was just this film. How is it now that film?" And I'm like,
I hope you didn't do that.
No, I didn't do that. No, I haven't got the eyebrows for it, to be honest with you.
That's sick. That's awesome. One more question to Mark, because I'm going to bring this back into the studio now and do a full review of it. But obviously, I mentioned earlier on MB Magic. You see the logo over there on the right-hand side of the screen. This is a relatively new company for you.
Yes.
Obviously, at the moment, MB Magic carries all the Mark Bennett range, and now obviously Jamie's trick. What are your, as I've got you on the channel, what are your plans for MB Magic, Mark? And if somebody's watching this and they think they've got a trick that they'd like to release, would it be okay for them to contact you? How would that process work?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I've spoken about this many times before. I'm not a finger flicker. I'm not I want something that, I'm the guy that walked into Davenport's and said, I want something that instant resets. And I'm the annoying magician. Because no, you've got to have something that would, no. I want it to instantly reset. I haven't got time to turn 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds to reset the trick and put those magnets back in, put those poker chips, those brass poker chips, which are really, but all the magic that I perform is I want to enjoy it myself. And I want it to be that I can work on like with Movie Quiz, you can just be you. You don't have to be Jamie. You don't have to be Craig. You don't have to be me. You can just be you, of like going, right, we're going to do a quiz. I want it to be something that you can work on. You work on the performance and don't have to worry about the trick. So that's the magic I like to perform, is that you don't have to worry. So if anybody's got some magic and they just think, oh no, magicians won't like it. No, there are magicians that will like it, because they don't have to worry about the technical aspects of it. There's a lot of tricks out there, and people, they see it and they go, oh my God, I'm buying that. And then they receive it and go, oh, I've got to spend 9 hours learning it. Fine. But if you want to do that, that's fine. But that's what it's going to get you to what that person is selling you, that trick, is because they've spent longer than your 9 hours that you're going to have to do it. But there are some magic tricks out there that you can just hone your personality straight away and not have to worry. And that's the magic I like to release. And that, you know, my magic tricks that I work with Matthew and my own, like from obviously Get Smarties coming out soon. It's still not there. You know, I've been teasing it for a year and a half, and it's still, you know, it's still in its process of being worked, and so people don't have to worry about performing it. And that's the magic I look for, and that's the magic I enjoy to perform as well. So if you've got anything, just send me an email or Facebook, etc. Mark Bennett or Mark Bennett Magician, or jump on the shop mb-magic.com. Send us a message, and happy to have a look. And you know, and with Jamie, what I've done with Jamie is, you know, there was just, I saw a trick that I went, that's a top tape, that's a table of 10, that's a table of 10 that you don't have to worry about. And swapping the cards, you know, or swapping, you know, to get your revelation is putting your hands in your pocket. That's it. That's all you got to do. Put your hands in your pocket. And that's the hardest thing you've got to do.
And you know this is a worker. One, because I'm drinking it out, and you know, peaches and gravy. I do workers. But what's nice about this is that the magicians who are featured on the download, for example, Daniel Chard, he's a worker. He's a constant worker, and this is in his set now. And he's come out and said, I love this. I get great reactions with it. It's in my set. It's in my bag. I don't do a gig without this. So, you know, this isn't just me hyping it up. These are real workers out there.
It's true. I did give it to Dan. I said to Dan, you know, I need you to just go and road test this at Slight in Bath, Paul Brooks' bar. And I said, look, can you go and do this? And just see what I need your opinion on this before I went any further with it as well, because I wanted Dan's approval in some respects. Dan sent me a message at like 4 o'clock in the morning after he finished his set, and he went, "Oh mate, there's some bits and bobs I've got to work on for myself, because Dan's a technical guy." He's going, I had to dumb myself really right down. I said, do you know what I mean? You know, you got this technical, beautiful card technician, Daniel Chard, who's kind of like going, right, I was thinking, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I was, oh my God, I don't need to. I can just do this. That's how easy it is to do. And then it took me to Dan Chard to say, I had to dumb it down to actually, but I still got the reactions. I was like, that's what I've told you for years, Dan. You don't have to be this fancy guy, especially in commercial magic. Commercial magic is about the performance, not the technical ability.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 100%. And I think a lot of people are going to love it. But, you know, I'm going to take it back into the studio and give it a review. But anybody watching this, if you want to work with Mark Bennett, reach out to him. He's a fantastic guy to work with. And as for Jamie Williams, Penguin Magic Creator for 2022. And I think you're onto a real winner here as well, Jamie. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well done, buddy.
Guys, I'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining. So once again, thank you to Jamie and to Mark for finding time to jump on the channel. I'll say the same thing to you that I said to Jamie and Mark, which is I'm going to be completely honest and truthful about this trick. I really like it, but that's just my opinion. I very much like this trick. I really do. Really, I mean, you've just heard the interview with Jamie and Mark. There's very little else to say about this. One thing that I want to reiterate on, which we mentioned in the interview, but I really want to kind of say it again. It's so good that you've got multiple revelations on this project. It really is. So you've got the Jaws, You've also got Toy Story, you've got Star Wars, and everything's included in the set. So you can go from one revelation to another revelation to another revelation. You buy a lot of tricks and it's the same outcome every single time, which means that when you're performing it in a walk-around situation or a wedding breakfast or something, you can't repeat the trick again. Whilst with this, you can. Really, really well thought out from both Jamie and Mark on that side of things. Now, I'm going to show you a performance of this. So this is a performance taken directly from the project. So you're going to see a live, unedited performance of me performing this to a group of people. You're going to see the reactions that this can get, because this gets incredible reactions. And you're going to see what I mean in that you can do a bunch of stuff leading up to the big final revelation. You don't have to just rush and blow your load and go straight into the final revelation. You can do a bunch of stuff leading up to that, which kind of piques the interest, and then finishes with a crescendo. So let's have a look at that live performance right now.
Games Cafe, it would be appropriate to do something to do with games. So, have you ever heard of this? I got this from WH, so I travel around the UK. And I don't drive, so I go everywhere by train. So I'm constantly going into like the WH Smiths, and they have the travel games. Yeah. And I picked this up at Travel Game. You ever heard of it before? It's a movie quiz quotes edition. Okay. Now, I thought we'd use this to try and do a little bit of mind reading. Nice. And I'm going to start off by trying to predict what's going to happen. Okay. Because there's a difference between mind reading and prediction. And I'm going to try and show you that difference right now. Now, prediction is all about predicting what's going to happen. I have here a prediction. I'm going to put it down there. I want you guys to remember that before I did anything, I put that there. Yes. Now, the idea of this game is very simple. Basically, what you have is you have a whole bunch of cards, and they've all got different quotes on them. Somebody reads them out, and you have to guess what the film is. It says the film. So if I said, show me the money, it would be Jerry Maguire. We're good at this. This is. I'm so glad I did this in a games cafe. If I said to infinity and beyond.
Not movie. Toy Story.
Oh no, I was worried that we weren't going to get any of them, so I'm quite glad that we did. So there's a whole bunch of them here, right? Yeah. Now we're going to try and do something. I've mixed them up, and we'll give them a bit of a cut as well, just to make sure that they're fully mixed up. Now, this is what we're going to do. You're going to mix them up into a completely random order, and here's how we're going to do it. It's Roz, right? Yeah. Roz, you're going to say deal or split. If you say deal, I'm going to deal the card onto the table. Yeah. If you say split, I'll change the positions of the two cards and just drop them on the table. Yeah. So you get the idea? Yeah. Very good. You're making all the decisions. Deal or split?
Split.
Split, perfect. And do it again. Deal or split?
Deal.
We're going to keep going through to the end. Deal and again?
Deal.
Deal and again?
Split.
Split, perfect. And again?
Deal.
Deal and again?
Split.
Split and again?
Deal.
Deal.
Split.
Split, that's the last two.
Yep.
So you can see there were 4 points where she changed the order of the cards around, right, Sam? Yes. And it's important that you realise that you made all the choices. Yeah. Now, we could be in a situation where she was in on it with me. Yes. She wasn't. Okay. But to prove that, Sam, I'm going to get you to do the same thing. Okay. So I want you to be involved as well. So deal or split? Deal. Deal, and again? Split. Split? Split. And again, yeah? Deal. Deal? Split. Split? Split. Split. Deal. Deal. And the last one has to be deal. Yeah. So you 4 places as well, but in different places. Now, you saw me mix up the cards at the very beginning. I don't know how many are here. There's about 12 or 15. Then you mix them up. Would you agree that there's no way I could know the order of these cards? Yeah. You would agree that, right? Yeah. Now, what I did is I said I'd made a prediction from the very beginning. And the prediction is actually all the names of the cards that are here in a particular order. Yes. Now think about this, you put these into a random order. The first one I put is Rocky, and you've got Rocky, and then we have Jaws, and I put Jaws right there. Then we've got Jerry Maguire, and you've got Jerry Maguire. Now think about the odds of this happening. E.T., Finding Nemo, Titanic, Toy Story. Then we've got Taxi Driver, Terminator, Sixth Sense, Star Wars, and finally, Lord of the Rings. Which is pretty good, I think, right? What's exciting is that's never worked before, so we got to share the moment together, which is good. But that's what we call a warm-up. Let's see if we can go further. So, Sam, shuffle these if you can, please. Mix them up, put them into a random order. Yeah, give them a shuffle. Now, and when you finish shuffling them,
If you could put them back into the original order, it would make it so much better.
Okay.
That would be fantastic. Thank you. I've got to be honest, I'm not really a mentalist, I'm more of a magician, but I'm going to try and read your mind, Ross. Okay. So, are you happy? Very good. I want you to take any one of these that you want to. Just from the pack that he's shuffled, just reach in and take one out. Don't let me see. You can show each other, but do not let me see. That's important. Okay? And put it right back there in the middle. And it's very important that you remember what that is, okay? Now we're going to, you can push it in yourself actually, Ross. Very good. There's no way I could, do you know the film that you picked, yes?
Yes.
Very good. Do you want to give them a shuffle one more time? Here's what we're going to do. I want you to look at me. I thought of that. That's well, I did that with the power of my mind. We're going to try this. I'm going to try and read your mind. This is actually quite difficult. I want you to imagine you're in the movie cinema, okay? And I want you to imagine that the film is playing on the screen, but then all of a sudden the screen goes off, and on the screen in its place is the name of the film written in neon. Can you do that for me? What colour in your imagination is the neon?
Pink.
Pink. That's interesting. That tells me it's quite an old film. Normally pink, yellow, it's an older film, so I'm guessing this is quite an old film. Think of the actual thing. Say it over and over again, and yet not actually out loud. In your head, that would be terrible. Say it over and over again in your head, over and over and over and over. Jaws, 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 Jaws. Did you pick Jaws?
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's see if we can go one step further. You've got those, Sam. You reach in and take anyone out that you like. Don't pick Jaws, because obviously... No, reach in, spread them out, look at them. Take anyone that you like the look of. Don't let me see, obviously.
Shall I take it?
Yeah, take it and show each other, but don't show me.
Okay.
Okay? Now, there's a rule in magic, never repeat a trick, because the first time, it's entertainment, the second time, it's educational. But I'm going to try and do I'm going to try and do it again. So, if you could just give those one quick shuffle. This is a film that you've seen, right?
Yes.
It's a film you're aware of. Very good. Okay. Like I said, I'm not a mentalist, but I'm going to give it a go. This is quite hard. Okay. I might be wrong. Normally I am. I'm going to go with Jerry Maguire, Show Me the Money. Is that right?
No.
No, it's not Jerry Maguire.
No.
Okay, it's a technical term for that. It's called a cock-up. I said I'm not a mentalist, I'm a magician. Hold your hand out for me. I'll try and do it by magic. It's not Jerry Maguire, no? Right, let me see if I can try again. I don't think it's Sixth Sense. I don't think it's E.T. I tell you what I'll do. I'll make your film turn over in the pack. Would that be good? Watch. Done. See, there's one facing the other there's one facing the other direction now, and one only. What was the name of your film? Lord of the Rings. That's interesting because I've got Jerry Maguire, which was the one in your hand.
Yeah.
And if I've got Jerry Maguire, which was the one in your hand,
You put it there.
turn it over. It can't be. What? This is just craziness. Look, I tell you what, we're going to try one more thing with both of you. Can you do me a favour? And as I go through these cards, just say stop.
Stop.
Do you want that one? Do you want me to go one more, or is that it?
One more.
One more? There you go. How's that?
I like that.
You want that one. If you'd gone one more, it would have been this one, E.T., but it's not E.T., it's this one. Have a look at it, show each other, do not show me, it's important that I don't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, right, we're going to try and do this again. Okay, so here we go. Hold it in between your hands so I can't see it. Concentrate on the film. This time I'm going to get it. Okay, concentrate on the film. Concentrate on the film. Are you concentrating?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to stop thinking, okay? No, because all I'm doing is I'm picking up what you thought of earlier. I'm just thinking of Jaws and Jaws and Jaws. Hang on a minute, why am I thinking Jaws, Jaws, Jaws? Did you pick Jaws as well? Did you pick Jaws as well? No way. That's crazy. But do you remember, I told you I'm not a mentalist, I'm a magician.
Yeah.
Would you like to see the most incredible magic trick ever?
Okay.
Yeah? I'm going to show you the most incredible magic trick ever. I want you to watch, because you guys both picked Jaws, didn't you?
Yeah.
You picked Jaws at the beginning.
Yeah.
You shuffled the cards, you spread them out on the table, and you literally took one and it was Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you took Jaws.
Yeah.
So let's see if I can do this. Hold this. How do you guys know each other?
We're together, yeah.
You're partners?
Yeah.
Great, brilliant. Put your hand on top then. That's not weird because obviously you're
Yeah.
partners. You picked Jaws. Have you ever seen Jaws?
Yeah, ages ago.
Ages ago, have you ever seen Jaws? If you saw the poster, would you recognise it?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember the backs of the cards that say movie quiz?
Yeah.
There's a rule in magic, always go for a big finale. Done, lift up your hand. Because what I've done is I've created a big finale. Because now, you're not going to believe this, but if you look at these...
You know the poster, don't you?
And that, I think,
That's Jaws.
that's Jaws. That is
Yeah.
definitely
That is
a big
definitely
finale
Jaws.
right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
We should watch it.
You should get that's fake. You need to stop watching this stuff and you need to go and watch Jaws right now. That's what you need to.
I feel like everything's telling us we should.
Absolutely. It's definitely in the cards.
So there you go. That's a live performance right there of Movie Quiz Coates Edition. Look, there's nothing else really to say. This is very, very easy to do. It's an instant reset. It's a different outcome 3 times in a row. You kind of need a table to put the final reveal out, but we do talk on the project about how you can actually do this without using a table. You even see in the trailer Jamie actually laying it out on the floor in front of him, which is kind of one way of doing it. It's not a way that I would do, but it works for Jamie. Oh, hell yeah, it works for Jamie. So there's lots of ways you can do it. Personally, I think that you kind of need a table to do the final reveal, but you don't have to. That's the other thing about this. You don't have to do the final reveal. On the tutorial, myself and Jamie, we sit down and we go through so many different options and so many different ideas of how you can use this and not even do the final reveal if you don't want to. And then we talk about different ways of actually having that final reveal happen. So making it a more of a visual thing where the backs of the cards change one by one, almost like a color changing deck, having them change in the spectator's hands. There's lots of different ways that we actually go through with this. There's lots of different approaches that you can take when you do this trick. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you wrap an elastic band around it, or you put it in the box, you throw it in your pocket, and you're good to go. It takes up very little pocket space, but it'll, as you saw from the trailer, it'll play to a big audience. And if you're doing a parlor show, my gosh, it's wonderful for a parlor show as well. So, excuse me. The rating that I'm going to give this, 93%. I think this is incredible. I think it's very, very good. I think it's very clever thinking by Jamie, and it's a real world working trick. If you want something that will work in the real world, this is it. The other thing about this, which is quite good, is it can just sit on your living room table, and it looks like the game that you would play when guests come around the house. So if you're a hobbyist or an amateur and you like to perform for people when they come around your house, this can just be sitting there, and when they come around and say you want to see a trick, you can go, oh, do me a favor, grab that game, I'll try something with that, and you're into it. Boom. So works in so many different environments, very easy to do, lots of different options, live performances. What's not to love? It gets 93%. I'd highly recommend it. It's available from MB Magic, or it's available from Jamie's own website, or it's available from all good magic dealers. There you go. That's Movie Quiz Quotes Edition by Jamie Williams and MB Magic. So there you go, guys. That's another video in the bag. Do me a favor. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again tomorrow with a bunch more videos. If you haven't already gone and watched the Q&A, please do so. Go check out the Q&A. Go check out the Magic Live. Check out all of my content. And if you haven't already done so, go check out the Netrix. www.thenetrix.com. It's my online streaming platform for magicians. And there's over 500 tricks on there now from people like Justin Miller, Adam Wilber, myself, Lloyd Barnes. The list goes on. Michael O'Brien, the list goes on and on. Christian Grace, Ollie Mealing. A huge eclectic range of incredible magicians. So if you want to get access to the Netrix, you can do so. Regardless, thank you once again for joining me, and I will see you again soon. My name's Craig from Magic TV.